General Assembly, I wish to thank the President of the Republic of Botswana for the statement which he has just issued. I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Guinea so that he can present a statement from the head of state.
Monsieur le Président.
Mr. President, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honour and the privilege of introducing the statement of His Excellency Professor Alpha Condé, President of the Republic of Guinea, marking the occasion of the 75th session of the UN General Assembly. Thank you.
Monsieur le Président, Excellence.
President, heads of state and government, UN Secretary General, distinguished delegates. It is a great honour for me to address this august assembly in a context particularly marked by high emotions, challenges about the future of the world that has been confronted for months now by the serious COVID-19 pandemic. I would like to address my sincere condolences to all of the people and who have lost their loved ones because of the coronavirus, which is an unprecedented health crisis in the recent history of humanity. I wish everybody a quick recovery. I wish to congratulate the President of the General Assembly on his election and to assure him of the support and full cooperation of my delegation. I also wish to pay tribute to Professor Tijani Mohamed Bandeh, the outgoing President of the General Assembly, who managed his duties very effectively during the confinement when he had to demonstrate imagination in coming up with new methods of working and to respond to the requests connected to important matters under the purview of the General Assembly. In the same spirit, I would like to express to the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Antonio Guterres, the gratitude of the Republic of Guinea for his welcome and salutary initiatives to maintain international peace and security and to manage the international health crisis. Mr. President, the world is unfortunately confronted by various challenges. The theme of this current session is the future we want, the UN we need, reaffirming our collective commitment to multilateralism, and it challenges us as never before. The central role of the United Nations and its leadership means it is incumbent on all of us to promote and to strengthen multilateralism. The world is increasingly interdependent, and no state can face these many and various challenges alone. There are many fields of action, and also the UN works in its capacity to coordinate international intervention. It thereby accompanies member states in aiming to achieve their development objectives, to eradicate poverty, and to fight to mitigate climate change. More than ever before, the world needs a reformed organisation, a strong organisation, working on the basis of the values of the Charter and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, that can work through its specialised institutions to facilitate peace, sustainable development and health. It is 75 years since the UN was created, and we can state that it has been able to respond to the expectations of the Founding Fathers in their efforts to spare future generations the scourge of a Third World War, to promote peace and to develop friendship and cooperation between nations. Strengthened, renewed international governance should better take into consideration the interests of developing countries, in particular in implementing the SDGs and also the Addis Ababa Action Agenda on development financing and other prior commitments. Within this global partnership, our countries will be able to pursue the Sustainable Development Agenda. Guinea welcomes the SDG Decade of Action, which means that we should review our aspirations upwards and accelerate the implementation of appropriate and lasting solutions to poverty, gender inequality, conflict, climate change, and the financing gap in the implementation of the SDGs. The Republic of Guinea has integrated all of these important matters into its implementation of the SDGs through its National Development Plan to create growth and prosperity in favour of the population and to make Guinea an emerging country thanks to bilateral and multilateral partnership. It aims to implement these Sustainable Development Goals without delay. We have a national plan for economic and social development for 2016 and 2020. We've also given ourselves effective tools such as the National Collective Financing Agency and the National Agency for Economic and Social Inclusion, and a fund for local development. Like other countries around the world, we've also adopted a plan to provide for a robust response to the health crisis and declared a state of emergency. The objectives of our national plan aim to control the pandemic, to mitigate the consequences of the crisis, in particular on precarious households, and to eradicate the effect of the pandemic on small and medium-sized enterprises. A scientific response council was also effective to come up with policies and to strengthen measures to fight against the pandemic, the objective being to eradicate and to stop the progression of coronavirus across the country. This plan cost $350 million. The Guinean population is sticking to the plan and has been involved in its implementation on the basis of experience from managing the Ebola pandemic. I'd like to take this opportunity to renew the thanks of the Republic of Guinea to its technical and financial partners, and to those other countries that have provided constant, decisive and complementary support to our national efforts to overcome the pandemic. My delegation hopes that we will also see a declaration on universal health coverage and the inclusion of access for all to public health. We can spare no effort in constructing a world in peace and security to leave to future generations. Thank you.
On behalf of the General Assembly, I wish to thank the President of the Republic of Guinea for the statement which he has just